All right. Party people in the place to be, vandals and all those people, fighting for the future. This is a brand new edition. How did we get here? And goddamn, dude, we are back with this is your 11th Kickstarter, right, Richard?
Yeah.
Big 11?
Yeah, 11. Crazy, right?
Damn, bro. That's all I gotta say. Damn. Like this
And
man
this like our
is
fifth time that I've been on. I'm trying to remember. Is it fifth or sixth?
Oh
I
boy,
think probably 6, counting the Kali episode, right? I would think, but
yeah, the Carly one as well. Yeah,
but I mean, yeah, this is the third of these launch parties that we've done, and man, like we got planned for the people tonight. I mean, we're starting a little bit before the campaign launches, but you got some treats in the bag for the homies, right, Richard?
yeah. We're gonna do an ink drawing live in the session, which we'll give away. And if I manage to get them done quickly, we'll do 2. And then we've also got one of the test prints. I did a number of these where we were doing color tests, and this is one of the test prints of the trade paperback. And this one is collectible because it's got a different texture paper, but also instead of having the 8-issue bonus story, there's some test prints inside of the upcoming LP art. So whoever wins that has a sneak preview of that imprint. See how that's looking. So yeah, that'll be collectible.
Yeah, there's only 2 of those, correct?
Yeah, there's only 2 of those, and I might also dig out some previous covers that I've done for other people where I've got some of those as well. So cool. Hey Jay,
Jonathan's in the chats for your campaign as usual.
He's gonna be aiming for that first backer.
he was first, yeah.
Which I don't know.
About 15 minutes. About 15 minutes.
If you want to win, like going off the last ones, man, like it doesn't really get any of the early numbers. Like I noticed you have to be 10 or above to kind of like win anything. So like that coveted first backer, like it's cool to have, but like I did get that sweet trade back variant, man. Like you might wanna just wait a minute or two to back this time.
I think
number 1.
I think Jonathan's gone for first a couple of times, and I think he only got second. So I think he wants to be first to back to get that first issue that says this is the first one, which everyone who's first seems to get, which is quite cool.
Well, since we have a few till the campaign goes live and like the festivities begin, like I can't take my eyes off of this gorgeous painting you have in the background of the woman on the chopper, Richard. What is that for, man? That is gorgeous, brother.
So this is one of the backers who always wants me to do a painting around it's about their partner. They're a model, like a magazine model, and at the moment, this is almost dry in terms of it's got varnish on it. So I'm just waiting for the varnish to finish and then it can ship out. I've actually got another painting up in front of me that is drying, which is actually the other painting from the same Kickstarter. And again, the varnish is drying, but that one's not suitable for
for a live audience.
Yeah. Unless I stick
maybe
some tape on it. And
it's a little early here, but your time it'll be late enough.
Oh yeah, we'll be fine.
We'd have to censor like by time zone, like how do they do a region block or something? Like
yeah. If you're up past midnight, you can watch this bit.
That means you're a naughty boy or girl anyway. So.
But yeah, it's I quite enjoy it. Those sorts of paintings are of they're of people. They work from photographs, and it's quite cool. I think that's the second one I've done. They've got another 2, which is crazy. But yeah, always good, and they're always drying. Always got something drying there. But there's a number of other paintings kicking around the room. One of them I'll show because actually it's one of the things we're gonna is available to buy, and I was quite proud of it.
How many goes did you have to go on the chopper, bro? Like I've tried to draw motorcycles, man. Like how was that, man? How was that like getting that knocked out?
What, doing the painting?
Yeah, the painting of the chopper there.
It's so hard because of like the detail on the bike, but my detail is loose. So I'm trying to suggest the forms of the bike. So from a distance, it's probably okay. But when you get close to it, you see that sort of loose feel, like the impressionist sort of feel I've got, which hides a lot of the problems. I'm not a very technical painter. I like the feeling of something. So it's tricky to do. But yeah, they've been quite good to do. That was the first on a bike or something, you know, which was just hard.
It looks magnificent from here, man. Like, yeah, I really like the piece.
Oh, cool, brilliant, thank you.
So most people that'll be tuning in, most of them will know that this is going to be the Kickstarter that launches season 2, issue 9. So this will be the start of the new arc. So people will be able to see where that issue 8 concluded from. And your last Kickstarter, the previous one, was for the collected edition. That was your last Kickstarter. Beautiful. You have a hardcover and a soft cover edition, which I think will be available for backers if they want to include that in the add-ons, right? In this latest campaign.
Yeah, exactly. They're both in there now, so they can still get hold of them. So we've got the paperback and the hardback. The main difference is, I mean, it's a bigger size. It's a really nice format. It's a larger size, a bit close to the size of the Carly one, which I was impressed by, but a lot thicker. Hence, we have, you know, there's 8 issues worth of content in there. Blam's on the spine, but the main difference is they both have cover galleries in them. They both got the standard cover galleries as a Virgin variant. In other words, there's no graphics on them. But the deluxe version also has the red gallery, which a lot of people go for. And again, it's in the Virgin variant. But there's bonus story in both books.
The stories in both books.
Yeah, and behind the scenes content. But there's more of the behind the scenes content in the deluxe. So it just expands out a bit more.
How many pages is that story? And that's only available in the collected edition, right?
Yeah, it's only like an 8-page story. It doesn't, like, you know, you don't have to read it to know what's going on. It happens to be a side piece that gives a little bit away about the characters that we've not necessarily touched on before. And actually, what's quite nice about that was the first time I was doing inks. And when I say first time, like doing inks as page art. So there's 8 of these pages available. They're all add-ons. So the black and whites that were produced for those pages are available in the Kickstarter, and you can just look at the previews. They're only small, see which page you'd like, you know, and there's 8 of those in total. They tell different parts of a story connected to a moment in the last issue. I won't show the last one because there's something quite cool coming along with that. Well, that I think is quite cool anyway. So yeah, so we got those, and they're always on the bottom, proper, like this is the bottom of so you can see that it'll have the details filled in for which issue it was, which will be collected, and it will say page numbers and stuff. But actually, this one is the original A3 oil painting that I've been working on. You know, and this is painted directly on this paper, so somebody will be able to buy this. This actually has been scanned high res, ready to be the A4 print, which is called Poised. So that way, if you're going for the print, it's this, but it'll be a smaller version, and it'll be a beautiful giclée. But one person, if they want to buy it, you know, this is on there to buy as an add-on, so they can jump in and grab it if they want it.
Another thing that you had when we looked at the launch page, you sent us a link for it. You're going to have another figure for this campaign as well.
Yeah, so there's going to be it'll be the same figure as the collected edition, which I'm waiting for to arrive, because we've me and the guy who's producing it, we've just gone through a couple of things to try and make it the best we can. It's a little bit different to the last ones. It's got like a vinyl cape sort of accessory, which is tricky to work with. So it's taken us a little bit of a while to get it right. But was available in the collected edition. It's also available in this one now as well. But we're going to add it later once I've got the first one in my hand. And then that way I'm going to fulfill the two, you know, the people who ordered it in collected editions. But then we order, you know, more for this. Depends on who goes for it. But yeah, I'm excited about that. That's the 4th figure, which is crazy. And then we've also got that first original, you know, we've got the original sketchbook as well.
Sketchbook, yeah. Your first Kickstarter.
Yeah. which was like before we even had a story, which is just, that blows my mind that people wanted to buy that, which is crazy. And so so we've got that as well. So yeah, it's been a manic
one
couple
thing.
of months. Go on, sorry.
We got about 5 minutes until the campaign goes live. I wanted to let people know I have the link in the chat and in the description. Get your fingers on that pulse, man, because like we're gonna be giving stuff away. We got the rare one of 2 trade paperback variant and ink drawings that Richard's going to be doing live on air with us. So yeah, man, like this is going to be a rad thing that you guys are going to want to try to get a hold of. So yeah, keep your eye on that clock.
Another thing in the campaign is, as usual, you have your T-shirts. So you'll have the design of the red cover, I believe, right? For one of the issue 9 cover will be one of the T-shirt designs.
Yeah, exactly. We've got that T-shirt on black and red. Like we did with the collected edition, we did that same sort of T-shirt. So we got that, and we've also got a cutout of the standard cover on there. And people keep ordering the
logo
T-shirt. So I'm like, hey, let's just bring it back.
Yeah,
that's a nice it's one. Badass, dude.
It is badass.
It's the one I'd get. Yeah, I'd get the Skull Raider shirt. Oh, because I am the Skull Raider, man. Like, I kind of need one.
I love that. You just need to tell me your size, and I'll get one sent to you. And I've still got T-shirts from before, and I don't know whether to add these on as well. But I love.
If you have them, I'd add them on as an option if someone wants to, because some people will probably be getting the trade paperback this time around. Maybe they missed out on the other campaign, and maybe they'll be adding that, and they'd want one of those.
Perhaps I should add it. I think I'll probably add it in a little bit later.
Yeah. I mean, if you have it, put it up there. If there's a limited number, just say there's a limited number, and that's it. First come, first serve.
It's always tricky with T-shirts because it's like I've got a couple of spares where they were misprinted, and when I mean misprinted, I don't mean there was a problem in the print. I mean they actually put the wrong graphics on 2 different T-shirts.
Okay.
Unfortunately, they did it twice. So I've got 2 sets of spare T-shirts, but a certain size. But I can always order the other ones. So, if anyone's got different sizes, we can always do that.
Like misprints are a big hit with people, man, and just sell it as a rare variant. You know what I mean? Like, there's only like so many. And like,
well, I'm glad because you remember. I think it was issue 4 where we had one of the people watching. His name escapes me. I know it normally. And they won the 1 in 1300 miscolored cover. I'll try and remember. I know who it is. It's just my old timers is kicking in, and I'm terrible with names. But I can see them. I can see their face, and so they won that. But actually, there was 1 copy so far. I just packed a hardback in a box, right? And because you saw them, they come double box for extra protection. It was like in a bubble wrap in a box. That box in a box, and I put it on the scales to weigh it, and I went, why is that 300 grams heavier than the book? And I'm like, hang on a second, is there a problem with this? Have I packed something else in there? So I took it apart and took it out, and it turned out they printed the first 1.5 issues twice in this book. So
damn!
One of those slightly thicker, and somebody's already said they want it. So if they change their mind, I'm going to put it into here just in case.
So we got a little less than a minute to go, I believe.
So I'm going to fire up the I'm ready to launch page because there's usually a page afterwards. I can see Ivy Runner's already there. Jay's ready.
Yeah. The race.
I'm ready to launch.
I think I got 6 o'clock here.
So launch project.
And
I'm waiting for it to refresh. Yes.
And we're live.
Okay. Get on it, people.
I'm gonna wait. I don't want to take that thunder away from Jonathan if he can get it. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see till I see a 1 come up or something like that. Then I'll back after. I don't want to ruin his day if it's me that gets the first backer. Here, I'll close it and reopen it. 2 backers there. I can go back it now.
I'm just going to see if I can work out who it is. I don't know if I can always say it, but I'm going to open backer report. Here we go. Backer report.
There,
Who's
we're
it?
live.
Oh, yeah. You have to tick so many things when you first go into the backer report.
So people get out there, go back
Oh,
it. Uh-oh.
I know it is.
Is it Jonathan? Did he get it?
Jonathan, he's the first.
There you go. He's the first, finally. There you go. Yeah, I think he is ready to go. He was all set up.
You were like, I'll just buy anything, I don't care. Bang. Like, just to get it, pledge one, in first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's pretty. Oh, congrats. That can be. All right, Highlander. Oh, brilliant. Well, that's so that way we got the first one. I'm just sketching in the background,
so we'll let the campaign get running. So we'll get a few backers in there to add numbers to the wheel. And as how long do you want to wait before we spin for the first giveaway? Do you want to wait till it's?
I
think let's do the first one as the first sketch. So I'm just going to try and get through.
All right, so we'll let you do that sketch, and whatever amount of time it takes you to do that, it'll give, I think, us enough people for backers, and then we could maybe give the wheel a spin, maybe, give it a good 15, 20 minutes in. What do you think, Johnny?
Yeah, I would say like 25 minutes, man. Like give it a good quarter of an hour at least.
Okay, good. Okay, sounds good. It'll give the opportunity for more people to get in there.
So it's always tricky because we never. I think a lot of people who are watching, they are following the comic. Although there will sometimes be people who are new to everything and we can't spoil it. But I've already written the outline for season 2, so I know how season 2 is going to go. There will be changes as I go. There'll be like refinements and things like that. He's like, if you want to spin now, go for it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he's like,
the less people, it increases chances exponentially.
He wants to be first and win. Yeah. But I've lost my thing.
Oh, you got most of the outlined. You got season 2 outlined.
Yes. So season 2 is completely outlined, and I'll twig it as I go. Issue 9, which is the first issue of season 2, is written, and I'm drawing already. I'm painting. There's a couple of previews on the page so far, but they're very quick and loose. So I like to get to the point where all the pages are blocked in roughly, and then I go back through, and it just means I can actually start test printing them to see how the colors are working and the tones are working, but way before the art's finished, which is always handy. So yeah, I quite like that. But I think it's going to go in it'll be interesting to see what direction people think is going to go in next, right? And also who, because there's quite a lot that happens at the end of the conclusion to season 1, where you're on a cliffhanger for certain things, and also you don't quite know who might make it into the next season. So it'd be interesting to see if people guess who is going to be there.
I put a bookmark in the hardback edition because you went over the Platinum Blonde section where you talk about the inspiration for the look of Glam. Yeah. Are any of those shows you wrote, like was it Dempsey and Makepeace? That's an 80s show?
Yeah, it was an 80s show. Yeah, it was a British show that had an American actor in it. It's in Captain America, in the first Avenger, the guy who's the politician who's in charge. I can't remember his name, but it's him. He plays this American character called Dempsey, and she's the British police agent called Makepeace. And she just had this style to her, and I always remember it. And I thought, actually, your hair's quite cool. So that had sort of stuck in my mind. but also the other reference, the Dan Dale one, which I wish I had an 80s Dan Dale. On my shelves, I've got all the 50s and 60s, whereas the 80s Dan Dale one was like the second. That was actually like the third generation of Dan Dale, was great grandson or something. And she was in there. She was amazing. She had amazing hair. So yeah, so there was a little bit of that sort of inspiration in that.
Is that easy to find? Can you find that to stream or buy on DVD anywhere? The Dempsey and Makepeace?
I don't know if you can see it streaming anywhere. I mean, you might be able to, I mean, even here I think we'd struggle.
Yeah.
There are clips on probably watching it now would be quite cheesy, but there are clips on YouTube.
Okay.
I'm just gonna see if
because that would be interesting to go watch some of that just to see.
In fact, I think you can see entire episodes on
YouTube.
On YouTube, I think so. The first one, yeah, the first one is a two-parter. Sorry, I'm clicking on it, so it might be okay. It's muted. Yeah, it does feel quite old. I'll put the chat in. I'll put the link in private chat so you can see.
Okay, I like a lot of that. I don't know, 70s era sci-fi stuff from the BBC. Like, I watched a show called Sapphire and Steel, which was really fun.
Yeah. I mean, I watched that growing up, and I still cannot tell you what it's about.
They're like two elemental beings that like come and fight ghosts and shit. Like, it's a great show. It just really reminded me of like a Grant Morrison comic, like years before there was kind of a Grant Morrison. You know what I mean? Like.
I always remember that because it was like the guy who played Yuri Kuryakin. Is that I always say that wrong? In Man from Uncle.
Yeah,
and then Joanna Lumley, who's like a British institution. So she's the lady in Sapphire and Steel.
Okay, it's an actual series, like live action series. I thought it was an animation.
No.
Okay.
So when you get to the detective, you'll see what she looks like, and then
the cover, the thumbnail is of the two main actors, so I see what she looks like there. Yeah. Got it. I thought it, for some reason, I don't know why, I must have read through really quick, and I thought it was some kind of animated series or something.
No, it was a live action. They were supposed to be like super detectives or something.
Yeah. Cool.
And I don't know why we thought it was so good, but it was at the time. I don't know.
It was pretty popular. Yeah.
Everyone was like, I think it's because over here at that time we only had 4 channels. Like, I think Channel 4 had just been introduced, and it would be another 10 years before Channel 5 would come out. And then all of a sudden, everyone got Sky, and it all went crazy. And we had it a bit like you guys with cable.
Mm-hmm.
And, it took us a while to get to that thing. So we were starved of programs. We had 4 channels, which was just crazy. So anything they would put, they'd be like, anytime there was a new show, like Terrorhawks was a big thing around the same sort of time. And we were like, this is amazing. You watch it now. I'm like, I don't think it's very good, but we love the music.
Oh, Johnny, I think you were going to make an announcement.
About?
I think it's funded, right?
We're funded, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
God
funded.
Damn.
It's
how
it's
many
fully funded.
In 9 minutes. Woo! Under 10 minutes, man. Like, that's what I'm talking about, people. Way to go. Like, when I look at a great campaign that like takes a long time to fund, it brings a tear to my eye. There's a buddy of mine that's kind of having that trouble right now, and it's like, why? Like, they're just like, but I'm happy Richard has that problem, man. He's
I think I know who you're talking about. I'm gonna go see where their campaign's at.
Was it?
He said the show before the last show, like 2 ago.
Yeah, because that comic looks wicked.
It does. Yeah, amazing.
I like when you posted about it before the show, and I was like, I'm gonna have to go and check this out, and I was straight on it. I think I went for the multi covers in which you also get a drawn cover for.
Yes, the sketch covers. Yeah.
I had a favorite cover, but the fact that it also draw one of the covers is just brilliant. I was like, yeah, I've got to go for this. It's a really cool project.
I think people are wising up. He's gotten about like 6, I think, in the last 2 days. So that's a pretty good escalation, you know what I mean, from kind of being stagnant for a couple days straight. But yeah, man, like Richard has a great fan base, man. Like I love the Bam and Glammers, man. That they ride and die, and that's because like you don't really have anything to worry about when you're backing a Bam and Glam book. You know it's done when pretty much done when Richard's doing a campaign, and you know like after your book you've ordered it, your book's gonna become protected like the royal jewels, man. Like I love the way Richard seals up his boxes, and like you know that like your stuff is just so protected. And I wish more Kickstarter guys would like take that type of initiative. I really appreciate that. One of my favorite things.
Yeah, because because I always stress is going to get there, and sometimes we do get the odd boxes and something's damaged. And I've got tips and tricks now that I've learned over, even with the existing ones, to make sure that this stuff doesn't move inside and it ships really pristine. I was really pleased with the trade paperbacks and the deluxe ones, and it did. It was, I had to get some bespoke boxes made just for sizes. It wasn't like a massive, but it was just to make sure that I could fit in the right sort of stuff to hold the book as perfect as possible, and then put that in a box that was going to take a beating. And they're both like, what I quite like is they're both 6 mil thick, and they say that's really one of those is for shipping something quite precious. I'm like, no, I want to make sure it gets there as best we can. But yeah, because there's nothing worse than it's not necessarily Kickstarter. Some people ship well on Kickstarter, some people don't. But like when you buy something off eBay, I bought like a 20 quid comic that was collectible, and they stuck in an envelope.
Yeah,
I'm like, what are you doing? I mean, luckily it wasn't for me. It's just so I had a cover I could reference, and it was quite nice art. But
yeah,
there's just so many. It's just things you've got to do properly.
Right. So man, with this campaign, there's actually a new style cover. You have, of course, before we get to the new cover, we have your A cover, which is beautiful. We got the red cover for this one, which is really neat. And this is probably my favorite yellow cover. I think Bang Bez did like their like best work here. But we have a new pink cover from Suspiria Land, and it's gorgeous, man. I really love the almost Tula Latte-esque coloring of it with the blue highlight around her. It's such a good look, man. It's a glorious comic, and there's a dirty version for it for all you dudes out there.
Yeah, I think everyone. Yeah, everyone.
I mean, now, I mean, the pink one Bang Bears absolutely, and the the not suitable for work one of that is even better. There's something about that when you see that one untouched is just amazing. Suspiria Land's one was fantastic as well, because she did it as original art, which she's selling on her site, and I think she said she might have had a buyer for it. I'm just going to take a look. No, it's still there. She's got the original piece of art, and it is the not suitable for work version, because then she did a digital amendment for the clothes version, so we had that, and it looks amazing. And I tried to get her on it before, and it wasn't like there was a delay in trying to do it. Originally, you had to because she was represented by that agency that people had troubles with. There was a certain
the one that
Cadence. Yeah. Where they weren't paying artists, and I was going to go that way, and then I thought, actually, I'm just going to wait. Not because of that. I'm just going to wait till a later Kickstarter. And then when I saw that happen, I was like, oh, I'm glad I didn't do that, because I want them to get the money, and then I could reach out to her directly, and she did a fantastic job with it. And and had a lot of fun with it as well, which is what you want. I always want the artist to be, to play with it and go crazy. And I thought it was just amazing. Both artists. Bang Beds is always coming. I always want them back, because it's fantastic working with them. Any of the guest artists are amazing, like Robert, who did the pink one, the first pink one we ever did, which was issue 8. Suspiria Land's done this one. 9, and I think 10 I don't know. Is he on? Do you guys know about this?
Buddy of ours.
Yes. Who
Doing
do you
a
think
cover? Doing a
cover?
cover? Doing a cover for you?
Who's going to do peak 10?
I can't wait.
I already know who.
His...
You let it slip, or he did. I don't know. You want? I can tell you if you want me to tell you. I'll tell you who it is.
I can't wait to see what
his
Blam looks like, man. Like it's gonna be insane.
It's gonna be amazing. So yeah, so our old friend Adrian Kaleric, of Dracovi, is gonna do a Dracovi. He's gonna do his style pink, and my
pink for issue 10.
He was in touch over something else, and I went, "Is there a chance you might want to do it?" And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, let's do it."
Yeah, I'm all for seeing that as soon as like it's available, man. Like I won't leak it or anything, but like, damn, dude, like I can't wait to see what that looks like. It's gonna be because Adrian and like at least his daughter's impersonation of the way he renders women.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what his Blam looks like.
I think
he keeps evolving though, so I mean,
yeah,
you know, it might. Who knows what he'll come up with? You know, it'll have that Adrian flair, like it normally does. But I mean,
yeah,
we'll
I have his jog on jeans sticker, and I love it. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. So I mean,
do you know when he posted the Jean Grey drawing, I was like, I'm in. Where can I buy it? And I was like, oh, it's gone already. Oh dear God, you know, I wanted that one because that looks awesome. So yeah, so Adrian, can't wait for that. Which should be great. And I don't know if we're going to do it. Like it depends on how quickly we get 9 out. You know, the plan is shipping in October, and then it might mean that the Kickstarter goes live in December, and then we ship before like February or something for issue 10. So, you know, so we'll see on that.
Man, you're planning on having 10 out by the end of the year? That is crazy. How many Kickstarters is that going to be in this year alone? That's 4 for this year, right?
No, actually, I think you're right. Yeah, but I think it's weird because I always count the year by April.
April.
UK. by the tax year?
Yeah. That's the way Richard works, man.
Because in the States you're like January to December. You're like, is there any other way? In Britain they're like, no, we do it on the 4th of April. We would do it on the 1st, but everyone I think we're just having a joke. And you just
we need to have a tax New Year now, like, and actually celebrate it, like.
Yeah, people love. Yeah, let's celebrate giving our money to the government for doing less for us.
Yeah, especially the way things are.
Cut back on everything. Put up the taxes. Cut back on everything, and.
Well, we just you guys are going for it for next year, isn't it? We just appointed our new government. I say we've appointed, you know, half the country have voted for them, and you're like, hi, Cookie, and you're like, yeah, you said you're not going to put taxes up, and what's one of the first things you're probably going to do is put taxes up. Yeah.
Anyway. It wouldn't bother me so much if they didn't do so many cutbacks on medical school shit like that, then it wouldn't be so bad. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Sketch cover. That's the first sketch.
So I'm gonna
one of the giveaways.
Gonna quickly ink this. I'm just correcting one part.
How many backers are there so I can get the wheel set up?
27 at the moment.
Okay, so I just have to add. I have it set up for 25 right now, so I just have to add 2 numbers. Great,
2 numbers.
Do you want to do it when I've inked it, or do you want to?
Oh, okay. You're gonna ink it as well. Okay, then yeah, we'll go ahead and keep going. But like, yeah, that was what the first sketch is gonna look like, and like usual, it's banging. You know what I mean? It's extra spicy. So
yeah, Jonathan's like, no.
He's like, no.
He's like, you're letting more people get in on the wheel. I could hear him yelling from I don't know if he's overseas or not. I don't know if he's in England or
Jonathan's here. He's in the UK.
I could hear him from across the Atlantic. No,
I'm just getting used to where everyone is. Like certain names, and I go, right, you're, you know, Ivy Runners in the States. You know, there's certain people I know where they are.
Mm.
And I'll thank and and I'll be right and thank you about that, about the packaging. It's like we try so hard.
Yeah.
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 So
nine
man, like
gets it to fun, which is awesome. Yeah, but I mean, I think that's pretty much standard for you now, right? Your Kickstarters are pretty much you always fund in the first 15 to 20 minutes generally.
yeah, I was gonna actually do bets on how long you think it would take, and like
I mean, my favourite was one where somebody just went £1,000 on. It was like the third person in, and it just went in a minute, which was
Yeah,
crazy. I'm just like, that is mind blowing.
because he backed one of the original painting tiers or
Yeah, he
something
went
like
for the
that.
painting and a couple of other things, like a gold cover and a T-shirt and stuff, which was just, it's just insane.
But I got to hand it to you, Richard. Your work ethic is beyond reproach. I mean, original paintings, you ship everything out yourself. You actually, like Johnny said, you did 4 Kickstarters this past year, and you have a day job on top of that. So I got to commend you on your work ethic. It's beyond reproach, and I think, I think you have to be commended for that, because some people do it as a full-time job and they have a hard time getting their books out. So yeah, congrats to you on that.
I think I've found doing the comics, I just love it. So I love, working on them, it's like my day job is really good. My day job is, it's really cool, but I get to fulfill 2 different sides. That's what I love about this. And actually this side is the side I always wanted to do. So yeah, I'm just blown away that people are, they want to read the story, they like the art, they're willing to invest in the journey. I don't normally like that word, but it's it does feel like everyone is anyone who shares it. Ivy Runner does that all the time. He's sharing stuff on all sorts of social media, all everywhere. It's just amazing. And people just are behind it. I'm just, I still find it incredible that that people bought that.
The original one, the sketch.
Yeah. Which was a gamble. That was just a test to see how to do a Kickstarter and if people might like the content.
Well, that's like, we use you. I do anyway. I use you as an example when we have people on that are running like some of their first campaigns and stuff. I was like, like, you're one of the better success stories I could say, like, use as an example. But you started smaller, and it took you about 4 Kickstarters in before it really blew up, right? Issue 5, I think, is where it really blew up for you. Yeah, I was like, yeah, you gotta put the work in, get it out there. If you're doing quality work, then you'll get your readership, you'll get your following, and from there it'll just grow, just like it did for you. And now, like, your Kickstarters fund in minutes. And I mean, you pull in, like, I always have the figures in Canadian, but you're always racking in maybe what in pounds? It would be what, 15 about in pounds?
It's about
15 to 20.
Yeah, it's about 15 to 20 roughly.
Yeah,
which in dollars always looks more impressive, but in pounds it's amazing.
Yeah, Canadian like 30. You're always racking in like 30.
Yeah,
yeah, you're like 20.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
That sounds a lot better, right?
It is one of those things where you look at it and you go, and then a lot of it's postage, a lot of it is the printing and the the things being made, sort of thing. But it does blow my mind, because I know, as we say, I think we all know people who are in this full time, and trying to make a living. I mean, look, I'm thankful I don't have to make a living out of it. At some point I'd love to, but it's it's helping fund the dream at the moment, which is to make this stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. See, a good example is, like Johnny was saying, we talked to another creator recently, and they said they liked having their day job because it gives them it takes the pressure off of having to produce art for money to earn a living.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Now they can just pick and choose the jobs they enjoy instead of taking jobs just to pay the bills, right? And they said that they don't mind having that day job. They said it's kind of it creates a nice balance for them. So
yeah, exactly. And I think you know, because if you're doing the same thing even with comics, you might find that you end up in a rut.
a rut, yeah.
And also, I always remember the Tom McFarlane video, which I love, and they talk about the point you made as well, which was that if you make something of quality, it attracts people, which is quite cool. But he was saying, making comics is a lonely job. It's a lonely occupation. So it's quite good if you've got another outlet as well to do, meeting people and and working and collaborating on stuff. Not everyone can collaborate as a team on comics, especially if you're doing it indie. So yeah, I think you're absolutely right. It's a great way to keep everything going and take the pressure off. You're right, because making the story is the key thing for me. The art of the story. So I've just been inking, and just making sure that it that it can be the best it can be without the pressure of I've got to generate all this money to live. So there's our inked version.
Yeah,
so we can do a draw on that. We're currently at 30 backers.
30. Okay, let me get caught up with the wheel and then I'll pull it up.
I might just have to quickly wash this brush a sec. Bear with me a sec. Sorry.
Yeah. I was just checking my number. See what number I was. And if people want to know how to check their backer number, you just go on to the campaign. You click on, I think, manage. And then at the top, you'll have your info. Those have backer numbers. So you can check there for your numbers on what backer you were. So we'll spin the wheel, and if your number comes up, then you'll win the sketch, the beautiful inked sketch by Richard. Yep. There.
Yeah, I've only just, like, when I did those ink pages, I only just started doing inking with a brush, like for filling in the big zones. So it's new to me.
There we go. So the wheel's all set up and ready to go whenever you're ready, Richard.
Go for it.
Go for it. All right. And here it goes.
Oh,
Number four.
4 in pencil on this.
Yeah, number 4.
And see if I can say who it is. It does depend.
Wait, it was number 4, no?
Yeah.
Well,
that's just because it reset. Okay.
Yeah, it reset.
It was number 4. Okay.
Number out. Yeah.
Okay, so it removes the number. So no more. That's good though. So you give everyone a chance to win something. Some people have horseshoes up their ass. They might win like 4 or 5 prizes. Or
our friend Tara is always winning, man. Whenever like she's around and there's giveaways.
Yeah. Some people. So lucky number 4 gets the sketch.
I can see who it is. It's not anyone you guys know.
No, but
it's cool.
Congratulations!
Congratulations, number 4. I've just been watching Umbrella Academy again on Netflix, so I'm getting used to saying number 5, number 1. It'd have been cool.
I need to get back into that. I think I was halfway through season 2.
Yeah.
It's a good show. I mean, I wasn't really happy with the ending, but I thought the last season was actually really good, despite the actual end. So, like,
I gotta go let the cat out real quick, just a sec.
Yeah. I didn't know if that was code. I'm gonna let the cat out.
Yeah, Joe's got to go. But I mean, like, one of the things that also is awesome about your campaigns, man, and like it's really good to see somebody that runs it themselves, is just the amount of content that you have. And I hate to use that term, but like I don't know how else to quantify just the amount of stuff that you have available on your campaign. I mean, you can get all 8 of the original issues.
Yeah. So we got
as
those.
as well
Oh,
as
yeah, the picture. That's cool.
and we got the trades and the hardcovers still available. You have an action figure. You got the 4 T-shirts. You do paintings. I mean, like you really could spend $1,000 on Richard's campaign if you were so inclined and had it. I would if I could, but like, bless the guy that did do that though, man. Like I would like the rock in his boat. You know what I mean? That's living, man. Being able to drop $1,000 on Richard's book, like I would do it. I would do it.
It is insane. I think I did it a couple of times, which is it's just amazing, you know. And we got repeat people will come back. There'll be people who always go for an oil painted cover.
Mm.
I'm working on 2 at the moment, which is for the collected editions. I've done the sketches for both. I'm slightly behind on those. I wanted to get those out before this Kickstarter. I'm slightly behind on those. But they won't take long to dry, and then they can ship out probably in a week once I've finished, which would be nice. But yeah, I think people like the original art. Like we did the competition, which we're not going to run anymore, but we did 8 competitions. So far, only 1 person entered the first competition. So when we did the DIY blank covers, I said, "And there's a competition, so let's see what you create." And no one's come. I think they've just kept the covers to themselves. They've either kept blanking, but 1 person entered all 8. So they've already won an oil painting, like an A4 oil painting, and they loved it. And they always buy the stickers. They love sticking the stickers up everywhere, which is fantastic. So, yeah, no, it's cool. It's I'm looking at this one and I'm going, oh, what's all the things I've added in, and it is mad. Like that image you had up, which had everything in it.
Mm-hmm.
I put that I put that image on Twitter. No, I didn't. I didn't put that image on Twitter. I sent that to one of our friends, Blake's Buzz, Blake Morgan, who does Blake's Buzz, and I said, "Do you want to look at?" Like I said to you guys, "Do you want to see the preview of the page?"
Yeah.
You're like, brilliant. So I sent that to you, and then I sent it to him as well, and he replied with a DM that said, "I want you to look at something, right?" And when people say that, they don't mean like vision. They mean really look. And he said, "I want you to look at something," and then he put that picture, and then underneath he went, "You did this." And I hadn't thought of it that way before. I just thought, hey, this is all the stuff that we're working on, and it was like, wow, there's a body of work now.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole table at Comic-Con right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you imagine? I mean, that'd be great. I'd love to do one.
On top, not just the books though, you have the T-shirts, you have like all the other goodies that go along with it. Yeah. So you would have a table full of not just the books, but a bunch of merch to go with it as well. Like you have action figures, you have T-shirts, you have the stickers, you have prints, you have all kinds of stuff.
Sorry, that's just reminded me of something. Last time I was at Comic-Con, where is it? Come on, Rich. Is it here? Yeah, last time I was at Comic-Con, I got 2 covers drawn by artists that were there. The second cover hasn't arrived yet. Here we go. The second one's going to be by Alison Sampson, who draws really cool comics. She's doing a lot of work on Department of Truth.
Okay.
So she does some of the stories in there sometimes. But I'm waiting for that cover to arrive. But I got this drawn by, last time I was at Comic-Con, they did it for me there and then. And this is an original by, I'm going to say it the wrong way round. I think it's Sean Phillips. It's the son.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob Phillips.
It's Jacob the son. Yeah, it's
yeah.
Jacob. I always say I get the wrong way round. Yeah, it's by, where is it? The one who did Texas Blood. Yeah, It's Jacob.
Jacob, yeah.
So I went up to Jacob's stand, and I was like, I had to buy that. This is brilliant. I love these. I'm gonna need to get the other two. I think he was sold out of the second volume that I wanted at the time. So this was volume 1. And Jacob, who done that, I got him to do one of these covers, so I paid for that. So let's do this as a draw as well. It was always going to be a draw. It's just I didn't know when I'd do it. I think we do it on the show.
So an original sketch cover by Jacob Phillips.
Yeah, by Jacob Phillips.
Oh,
so you want that to be the next?
We would advertise that.
Is that going to be the next one?
Let's do that as the next one. Yeah,
that'll be the next one. So
yeah,
we'll give
draw number 2. So this.
All right.
We'll wait for a couple more people.
Cross your fingers, everybody. Like that is a treasure right there. Oh my God. Cross your fingers, cross your butt cheeks, man. Cross everything you got. Like,
yeah, so it's an original issue 8 blank cover. So it's the thicker one, but it's drawn by Jacob Phillips.
Very cool.
Yeah, I always get the names wrong. I know it's the son, but I always get it the wrong way round. And I'll probably do that with my kids as well. So it's just me being old. So yeah, so we'll do that, and then we'll do the rare. I'm just waiting for that ink to fully dry. But yeah, that's where we got to with that. So back at number 4, we won that. Cool. What did he put? Sorry. What did he put, Jonathan? That pile of boxes behind you is like the comic equivalent of the TARDIS. Yeah.
you get lost in time back there.
I mean, I had to do a tidy up, and I've had to go through, and this is going to freak some people out. There were some boxes where they got slightly damaged when they were shipped to me, and I ruthlessly, to try and get room back, had to chuck out a load. There was something like 300-400 comics of different types that I just had to tear up because the corners were smashed or things were scratched because of the way they'd been shipped, and I just had to clear the decks and clear some space. And it's clearer in here, and you can't see it over that side of the room. It was even more chocker. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure that that I wasn't driving my wife. I'm driving my wife mad with all the space. Like when we did the collective, she did freak out, and all the books and the boxes and everything arrived.
Yeah, I feel your pain, man. I feel your pain. I know. I know it all too well.
It's too bad you had to tear them up, man. You should have went to a comic shop and did $1.50 signature copies. They're dented, but hey, I'm signing them.
Yeah,
did a bit of a discount on them.
But it's interesting because there's of the hardbacks, the paperbacks seem to have arrived fine. The hardbacks, there's been different ones where the first couple of pages are sometimes stuck together right on the bottom from the printer's glue, the binding.
Yeah.
Or sometimes there's folds in some of the first couple of pages that are not comic. They're like the preamble pages. And so this time, as an add-on, people can add on the trade paperback, the deluxe PDF. They can add on the deluxe hardback edition, but there's also a discounted deluxe edition. So if somebody wants a deluxe edition but doesn't want to pay full price, they can spend 35 quid instead and get an almost perfect version. It's just there's a couple of marks, or there's a couple of things where I've had to separate some pages because of the process it went through, and these not quite right. So there's a chance for people to get their hands on those. I didn't want to send back and start messing around with all that, so I just thought I'll offer them up at a reduced rate, which helps with some collectors, because there might be I just want the format. I'm not too worried about the So I thought I'll keep those, so they're in there. It's a chance for people to get hold of them as well.
That's awesome, man. Hell yeah. I mean, I'm kind of that way with some stuff. I go to libraries and I'll buy the old copies of stuff just to have readable print copies of stuff. I have a ton of manga that I got for pennies because they're all stickered up from the library and stamped up, but they're readable. You know what I mean? I own them now. I'm not going to show them off or anything, but
that's it. It's you just want to be able to read them. So cool. It's a lot of stuff I've not really got it for because I want it to be collectible. I want it just so I can enjoy it and read it. So I think that helps for some people. There's like 2 books. I have the Ashley Wood Zawa book, which I love. I've got 2 copies of that. One that's my, this is my go-to. It's there when I want to read it. Really cool quality. I've got another one, somebody will kill me, where I've cut the pages out because it's handy to have reference. So like I'll have some of the pages just laying around for a bit of inspiration. Some of my favorite drawings. And that book is there just to give me, that inspiration from time to time, because I think that like Ashley Wood and Bill Sinkovich are massive influences on my work. And the new work I'm trying to do for the oils, I'm trying to get inspiration from I'm just so bad with names. Where is it? Sorry. It's usually in the top things I'm looking at. Oh, if I do a search, that's why, because it'll be in those. Lucio Pirello art. So Lucio Pirello does these amazing paintings. I mean, he does shoot from reference. And watching his process is fantastic. I'm just trying to find a really good example. And that's like that's being painted on a comic cover itself. Someone's painting for that, but he does the big paintings normally for I'm terrible with the names. Vampirella, and this is him varnishing a Vampirella original piece of art, which is just phenomenal. And I'm starting to take inspiration from that for oils. So some of the new oils I'm going to be doing, I'll still do a rough version on, like a rough style on canvas, because canvas is quite rough anyway. But on the A3 board, I'm going to try a smoother oil painting, so I can see, I can try a couple of different things.
So I put out a shout out on Twitter and Instagram that we're giving away Jacob Phillips' original sketch cover for Blam and Glam. So I told people to go back the book if they want to win it. And remember, you've got to back this campaign. And the only way you get your prize is if the campaign is successful and you don't withdraw your backing.
Yeah.
So I don't think you can pull a fast one, people.
Yeah, it only ships once you've paid and they fill in your survey, and I know where it's going.
If anyone does that, well, it automatically goes to the first backer.
Jonathan will be like, yeah.
It'll go to Jonathan for being number 1.
Right, we're at 40 backers if we want to do a draw for the Jacob Phillips.
That sounds like a nice round number to me.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get the wheel caught up really fast.
You watch it jump up again while we're chatting, while we're doing that.
Yeah. I was just looking at the number of backers. Where's 8? I can't find that number 8. 5. Where's 8? 8, 6. 8's not. Why is it not coming up? Oh, here it is. I want to see. So you did 400, just over 400 backers on for issue 8. That's really good, man. So I think that must be a goal of yours now, is not so much the amounts, but how many backers you get, eh?
Yeah, that's it. Because if some of them are new, that's always impressive. That people coming back, but also it's attracting new readers who are also joining the journey. I love it that people come back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's amazing. All right, let's spin it then. Let's go for it. So this is for the Jacob Phillips
sketch cover.
Sketch cover. Oh, 14. I'm just going to make a note of that on the thing, and then I'll see if it's one of ours, one of the people we know.
I know who it is.
Go on. You know who it is. Do you know what? I looked at your numbers earlier and I thought, I wonder.
Every time I've backed, if I get between like around 15 is the magic number. If you get close to 15, you're going to win something.
You won
Yeah,
it?
yes,
Oh,
Joe.
Yeah, it's me,
Joe
man.
won it.
14. Unless I looked wrong. Let's see.
No, you won it, Joe. Yeah,
Yeah.
Joe won it. 14.
It's not
You
rigged.
saw
It's
here
not
that
fixed.
wasn't a fix.
Because if it was fixed, it would have landed on Johnny.
this is very unfair. No one's
Sleepy
ever
Joe
been treated
wins
as
again.
Sleepy
That's
Joe
Joe.
once again. It's very unfair.
He's gonna
No
put
one's ever
Joe.
been treated as unfairly as Johnny.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to include that T-shirt with that too.
Right, so that's 2 we've drawn. I'm going to draw another sketch, and then see if
Actually,
God.
actually, you know what? I'm gonna be a nice guy, and I'm gonna give it to Jonathan. So give it to Jonathan. He's here
Give it
every
to
time when we
JE.
do a launch party. Jonathan's here every time when we do a launch party, so I'm gonna gift that to Jonathan.
Dude, that is the sweetest thing I've ever heard. I was gonna say, like, you could make like about $1,000 off a goose with that, like he is a big Jacobo Phillips
But I
fan,
mean,
yeah.
Jonathan's here.
Yeah.
He's a true Blam and Glam fan. He's here trying to get #1 every time. He finally got #1, so I'll reward him by gifting
Stuart's
him that
blurry.
sketch cover. Yeah. Yeah.
Right, so we've changed it now.
Yeah.
You know what's quite funny is originally this said Joe 14, and now
Did
I could
it?
just take out the O, so it's JE.
Yeah.
Remove the 4, and it's JE1.
There you go. So I hope you enjoy that sketch cover, Jonathan.
And nobody can ever say that How Do We Get Here is not an altruistic show, man. That is magnanimous as hell, man. So we look out for our fans. And Jonathan,
yeah, so it's a big night for Jonathan. He became the first backer for the first time, and he won an original sketch cover by Jacob Phillips. So, and his number's still in the draw too. So he could win something else on top of that if he's really lucky. So what would the next? Let's let the people see what the next thing is that we're gonna spin for. We'll give it a little while, but we'll let the people know what we're gonna be spinning for next.
So I'm just sketching another ink.
Oh, it's gonna be another sketch.
I think we do another sketch, and then the 4th thing that we'll draw will be the test print.
The test print
trade. The test print of the trade, so it's quite collectible.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. So at least you know it's not rigged now, because I can't win anything else now. So my number's off the wheel. But that's all right. I think I've won every time we've done this.
Have you?
So I think so. Yeah. So I don't mind sharing the spreading the wealth.
I think you only won once before, because you got the cover from the model behavior guy, right?
I got
Blam And Glam cover.
Well, I got
Richard's cover, his book. That's right. You got was it Jungle Captive or one of his
Jungle?
books?
Yeah, one of his books. Yeah.
It was one of Gary Parkin's. One of Gary's books that I did a cover for, and I think he's had one that's just finished that I done a new cover for.
His model behavior, I think it just wrapped up right before we went live. I think his ended at midnight. So while yours went live, his was ending.
And I think that's the end of that. I think that was the finale of Jungle Captive. That one is just so it's quite, because I don't know if that was his longest running one. I'm struggling with this ink. Ugh.
Does he only have the 3? He has Jungle Captive, Vampa Apocalypse, and Model Behavior, right?
He has those, but he also has some other comics that he does. He has 2 labels.
Okay.
Some even more not suitable for work ones, and then I think one of the other ones he did, which was really cool. I am terrible with. I think I woke the wife shouting. So I'm just looking at Jonathan's message. He did another really cool comic. My memory is just shot to shit. which I think was under his main name. Gary Parkin. Kickstarter.
Yeah.
He's got one called Lethal Desire, which is one he's doing with somebody else writing. But there's a new series he's done, which somebody else drew. I'm gonna have to log in.
For the action figures, do you have any of the old ones left, or are they all sold?
No, I think I've got a couple of figure free. Hang on a sec.
And are you going to include those in with the campaign if people want to snag maybe one of the other action figures, or?
Yeah, I think so. I think I've got some spares of figure free. One of these is mine, and one of these is actually going to. Yeah, I think I've got 2 spares. So I'm probably going to put these on.
As add-ons.
So these are the figure free painted by Retro Gimmick. Because there's 3 different. At the time, there was each time I do a new figure, it increases the lineup. So there's 3 on this. The new one I have 4 on it. Yeah, there's a couple of figure free I'll probably put on. Yeah, so they're quite cool. Yeah, I'll probably put them on.
That's the sexy glam, man. I like the brunette, man. So right on.
Oh, there's more coming.
So are you thinking of doing some conventions this year?
I wanted to do MCM in October, but I didn't get a chance to apply. And I went to MCM in May just to visit. I'm going to try and apply for MCM next year. May's the manic one, which I don't think I'll get a chance, but I'll apply and see. I'd like to do a table, and the one in May is actually closer to me. They're in London, and I'm a little bit further out from London, but at least I could probably stay. I could stay there or something. So I'd like to do that, but it's a very hard one to get into because they're always oversubscribed. So it's a selection process, and I missed out last time. I'm hoping that image might help if I go, hey, here's my body of work, and then I can also show some of the other covers I've done as well. There's a couple of covers I've done for people recently. And I'm waiting for some of them to come out so I can talk about those because they'd be quite nice ones to share. I also did a Blu-ray cover. So guys got in touch about a Japanese horror film that they re-released classics, and so I did that cover. I don't know if I can talk about it much at the moment. Like they love the art. I think they had to check in with the different stakeholders of the film, of the original 80s. It's like an 80s film.
So they like remastered it and they're putting it back out. Then they're kind of like a Vinegar Syndrome type boutique Blu-ray releaser type company.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And I know the name. I just don't know if I can say it yet. But yeah, it's that sort of thing. And so they'll do these classics, which then get re-released. I'd never even heard of this film before, and I quite enjoyed watching it. The good thing is I get a chance they give me a file to look at, to watch, so I can watch it, get a feel for the film, and then I come up with a couple of different concepts. And what was really cool was they wanted a piece of art for the front cover, and it was a slipcase. So the DVD, or the Blu-ray, I should say, the DVD. Listen to me, it's like I'm in the 90s, it's like I'm in 2000s. The Blu-ray will be the standard cover that they have, but they wanted a slipcase, and so it was a cover for the slipcase. And when I gave them 2 concepts, I think it was, they actually liked both of them, so we ended up doing them properly. So one's the front cover and one's the back cover.
Cool.
Which was really exciting because they were really cool to work with, and yeah, so it was a chance to play with that, and I was quite pleased with the concepts as well. So we'll see how that goes.
What kind of a Japanese movie? Like, they're not with too many
Horror.
details, but is it? It's a horror. Okay. Like,
Yeah, they're horrors, and I think that's what their label's known for is finding these niche classic. I'd never heard of the film, but it's very cool. It's like it'll be a horror or a slasher or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like what they release, but it's that sort of space. So I'm excited for that.
well, yeah, I mean, like Japanese horror, you could get anything from there. So like that's why I love like their films in particular. I'm a huge Japanese cinephile, so like yeah, I can't wait to check this out.
Yeah, so that's crazy.
Another thing I didn't get a chance to ask you before while we're prepping for the show. You posted a while back is the vinyl. What is that going to be part of a future campaign? What's going on with the vinyl?
Yeah, so
is the image actually Johnny used for the thumbnail for this episode.
So the vinyl's really exciting because my friend who I went to school with, I was doing music in school and so were they, and this was around the late 80s, early 90s, where you would sequence stuff on using MIDI, drum machines, sequencers, Atari STs. That was how we got going. And then I took those skills and turned into editing, whereas they kept going with music on the side. And so for all the Kickstarters, they've done the music.
For your the videos.
Yeah, for the videos. And so what we do is, yeah, definitely. I'll do that, Jonathan. Yeah, I've just got to find the stuff to put in. But they do the music, and I said I think it's been a thing of both of ours to put something out on. We love vinyl. Like I remember when I was in school, I used to go around the house, like on a Sunday or evenings. We'd do a bit of music, and then we'd just sit there and listen. I remember they got me to listen. If you've ever heard Deep Purple, when they do the thing with a symphony orchestra,
okay,
which is just incredible, and we'd listen to that for hours. We love things like War of the Worlds, the music album, and it's that gatefold with the art and everything just looked amazing, and we always wanted to do that. And so now it's getting better in terms of affordability. So the plan is that we're going to put out the tracks they've already done. We might have an extra track. I just want to see, but we'd have 4 or 5 tracks. It would be a single disc, but in a gatefold, and then on one side you'd have art pieces as inserts. But a really nice design. But that art is only available for that LP, and it'll be collectible. And it's just a lifelong dream of theirs. And I've always wanted to do it, but I don't write any music for this. So it's about thanking them for getting involved in in this whole project, because the music always adds an amazing dimension. When I did the game stuff, it was like Star Scepter. They did the music for Star Scepter, and it was the best thing ever. And so we've always had that relationship, so we want to do it, but we're just not rushing it, because it's easier for me to fit in time to do stuff, not necessarily for them making the music. And also you're going to have a very long lead time. It's something like 14 weeks once you're actually ready, because of the way they've got to cut the little wax disc. It's another format, and then they make the metal stamps from that.
The acetate,
it's from,
I think the original cutting of a vinyl is an acetate, and then they make the stamps of it, and then they press the vinyl from that.
Yeah, which is amazing, and if we get it to go, if we make it happen, which I'd love, is there's a facility in Teesside, which is like quite high up, quite north of England. I mean, we're only a small country, but it'd be something like a 5-hour travel, and we'd want to go there and see some of them be impressed and be the first to lift them off and hold them, and do you know what I mean? So there'd be a bit of film around it. But
so what are you the type of music are you guys doing? Are you guys doing like electro pop, like John Carpenter style, or pretty much?
It's like if you play the video on Like anyone who's ever seen the Kickstarters, that's one of the tracks. And there's a couple of other tracks that we've done that they've done as well that I've used on previous ones. And it's that sort of music. It is like electro music, slightly scory, slightly there's an energy to it. One of the tracks, which I think is just amazing. I can't remember. See if I can tell you the name. One of the tracks has a 3-word name, right? And if anyone knows about the 3-word system, you know what 3 words? Have you ever used that?
No.
So there's a website called What 3 Words, and what they've done is they've mapped out I think it's a square meter of the entire globe using words.
Okay.
So if you ever get lost, you don't have to say I'm on this street, I'm here. You can go Zebra Tango Whiskey, right? Because your What 3 Words app tells you what square you're in, and they can send, and the emergency services are using these as well.
Okay.
And it's all mapped out so they can get you. One of the song titles is 3 words that refer to a location in London where Blam and Glam is set.
Okay.
And it's something that we wanted to bake in. But there's another one. There's quite a few. I just can't find the tracks at the moment. And the piece is like, it's just amazing. I'd be like, you'd have a hit single with that as a dance single, right?
Mm.
So it's just exciting to be able to do that, and if 20 people buy it, fantastic. If 100 people buy it, even better,
Well, are you planning on doing a separate campaign for that? Like have it be its own thing? Yeah.
I do it as part. I do it in this. The danger is it's the lead time. You would, because Kickstarters, you fund, you finish, and then you wait 2 weeks for stuff to fund. You do know what your orders are within the first week after Kickstarter, but it's usually a week or 2 for funds come in. At least you know how many you're ordering for and that people have paid for it. So that's fine. But then the problem is it's about 14-week lead time from that us saying go.
Yeah.
And you don't want to get stuck with a load of records you can't sell.
Yeah.
But at the same time, having spares that you can then take to conventions and they can sell themselves and do stuff would be amazing.
Yeah. That's cool. Because I remember you posted that a while back, so I was just curious where you were at with that.
We were close, and then all of a sudden we're like, actually, there's a couple of things going on in both our lives where we just want to get some other things out of the way first before we then concentrate back on the music again. Because once we've done it, then we'd have to get mastered, and then we go into production. And the thing is, it's the tax year thing. The thing I have to watch out for is that the way it works here is they'll go anything that you've not spent in terms of real costs to the business, they go you're in profit. And this stung me, not this tax year, the tax year before. I'd done a Kickstarter and I was a couple of weeks late getting it out, and it crossed into the new tax year. And so I had a chunk of postage money sitting there ready to pay for postage. And they went, that's profit, we're going to take 40% of that. And then it was catch up in the next, a couple of weeks later into the next year. So you have to be careful when it lands. So I think we'd do it so that we might launch it in March, or like first week of March or something, so that it crosses into the April cutoff. So
the following year.
Yeah. And even though it's only 2 weeks into the new year, it just means that it's no longer taxing that way. So it's tricky. It's all business stuff. So, but yeah.
There.
Sorry, I've not drawn this other drawing.
The tax man. The tax man. You should make that a new villain in season 2.
Yeah, it's a whole new. That'll be a whole new foe to go up against.
Yeah, you never win.
Is it quite hard in America the same? You go. Or is it easier
here? Nah, here you got to be careful. You make a little mistake, they'll nail you for it.
Yeah.
And what sucks about where I am, it's Quebec, so I have to file 2 income taxes.
Do you?
Yeah, because our province is independent from the country, so they don't want to rely on the country to do it. So they want to collect their own taxes from their citizens. So I have to do a provincial and a federal. So I have to file 2 different income tax reports at the end of the year.
Really?
Yeah,
One in England, and English and in French too. So he's basically got to do 4.
Whereas all the other provinces, you just do the 1.
So it's just that province. It's just that province.
Because we're a separatist province.
Yeah, he lives in the Texas of Canada, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Quebec had their way; they'd be their own country.
It's like the whole, the Vatican is a country in Italy. It's its own country within Italy.
The Holy See. Yeah.
Right, I think I've got a handle on this drawing now. I'll be able to share something in a second.
Yeah, the vinyl's gonna be sick, man.
Yeah, I saw the vinyl. Yeah, it's black with the original idea was black with. You posted it on your Instagram.
Yes, it's plus on one side and minus on the other.
Yeah, that's it. You have the 2 logos. Yeah.
Are you gonna sell a digital version of the soundtrack?
Yeah. So the idea is that physically you would get a digital copy anyway, but yeah, we'd also sell. You can buy it digitally, so you can just download it and listen to it if you haven't got vinyl. I mean, I haven't even got a record player, and that's the sort of thing I'd buy anyway because I just love the art.
Like, look at that, just the vinyl. The black and white with the splash there.
Yeah,
that's sick, man. That is sick.
And then it'll be plus on one side, and then on the on the other side is the minus.
Whoops, where's the? Is it here? No. Lost it. Where's the other one? Oh, it's right here. And this would be like the gatefold when it's open, I think.
No, that's actually the back and front when it's open.
Oh, the back and front. Okay.
Yeah, the gatefold. I don't. Is there a red one? I don't know if I've actually shared it.
No, I don't think so.
But the
you showed the back and the front, and then you showed the actual what the vinyl would probably look like.
Yeah. So in this test print, I always use test prints to test other things as well.
Yeah.
And you can see this was the rough working. The light's not very good, but it'll be like it's like a side profile of Glam in a red, and then flanked by 3 other characters, which I think would be quite cool. And then whether there's any little details in there, I'm not sure. We might do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that vinyl looks sick. It's a nice design.
But yeah, it's one of those things that I've always wanted to do.
VR, IV Runner is looking forward to it as well.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah.
He's still there for the vinyl. Yeah, exactly. I just enjoy that sort of stuff. So
yeah. Oh, Jonathan as well.
Okay, so pencils. Hang on a sec. Just got to make the hips a bit bigger.
Yeah, Jonathan's saying that's more of his money you'll be taking as well when the vinyl hits.
So there's the pencils, and then I'm just gonna ink that.
Cool.
That's dope, man. Hell yeah, I'm winning that one.
You have it all rigged already? I think we're probably close to 50 backers now too.
That's it. We'll probably go on 50.
Is there 50 of them?
Close. I think when I looked, it was at 48.
Okay, I'll get the wheel all caught up then. Well, we're.
So, did you guys, without giving away any details, is like on the bonus story and also on the end of season 1 on issue 8? Was that what you was expecting would happen?
The end of issue 8?
yeah, the end of issue 8, and then and even like some of the stuff that we've done for the bonus.
Man, to tell you the truth, like I wasn't really trying to predict where the story was going too much, but I did have a feeling that she was going to tie to nature in some big way because she was able to talk to trees since like I think issue 3 was the first time.
With a little green sprout coming out of the ground around.
Yeah.
In certain panels as well. Yeah.
But so I didn't
yeah, go ahead.
I didn't expect it to like go as far as you went with the character and her powers, and then the whole historical aspect of it. I did not know that historical character before reading your book, but I was very intrigued to learn about her. And yeah, there's some really neat history to learn in Blam and Glam if you get into it, like if you're a new reader to it. So that was kind of fun. I'm sorry, just go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that was a beautiful final splash page for issue 8 too, like
that I'm on. Straight up.
Yeah. So the reveal and everything is great. I love when a book ends on a huge splash page like that.
Richard gave me a sweet A3 print of that too. It's huge. It's gorgeous. Like I need to get it framed, man. That one's definitely getting hung up.
And that's it. We got so many of our friends in that as well. There's some of the backers are in there. Where they won things. Like there's one guy in there and he won to be, I think it was issue 7, he won to be in the final issue drawn in, and so he's on one of the pages. Adrian's in there, Tara's in there. I'd offered it out to a couple of others if they wanted it as well. So yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, man. I'm a little jealous though. Joe got a sweet death scene. Are you gonna kill me off, Richard?
I can't say yet. You have to just wait and see. But I do have a cruel streak. That's all I'll say.
So are you gonna have? If you ever give Adrian's character a speaking line, there's only one thing he should say.
What's that? Is that a Jacoby line?
If you make him have any lines, he's only allowed saying one word, and that's cunt. So
I have to remember that. There's all sorts of cultural references, things I like in stuff like that. Maybe a bit too much, I sort of do a lot of that, but there's going to be another reference coming up soon. There's going to be it will be an internet meme, my version of an internet meme.
Okay.
And I can't spoil it yet, but it's tied to a big reveal. And it's just a clip I love watching. It's nothing to do with what this person's seeing, but it uses the dialogue from somebody who's been surprised by something. And I'm just going to see, like I always like to see who sort of gets the stuff and who gets the cultural things and who doesn't, because it's like this...
you're gonna have Skibidi Toilet in there, aren't you, man? You're gonna have Glam like straight up blasting Skibidi Toilet.
What's that? Skibidi Toilet? What's that?
Yeah,
you don't know Skibidi Toilet?
No, what's that?
I only know it because of Johnny.
It's an animated thing that this guy does, and it's about like these toilets with heads in them that fight guys with cameras and TVs on their heads. It's ridiculous, but like the action fight scenes are great, man. It's just dumb fun. Kind of like
I like the sound of that. I don't know. Like if I said the word Fenton. No, it's not Fenton. No, sorry, that's the wrong one. There's this really cool clip of this kid. I'll say what it is, and then it won't spoil it. But it doesn't matter. There's a clip of this kid. I think they're Australian, and they're pointing out the window, going, "It's a fucking goat." It's like a 6-year-old kid going, "It's a fucking goat," and the mother goes, "No, Johnny," or whatever the name is, "It's a goat." He goes, "No, it's a fucking goat."
Awesome.
Clearly, Dad's had way too much conversations about goats hanging outside the window, but yeah. But there's
I was waiting for you to say the camera pans to the goat, and there are actually 2 goats fucking.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Told you, Mom, it's a fucking goat.
It's a fucking goat. Yeah. I don't know. So I don't know if that will, if my interpretation of that for this other thing will make it in, but
Yeah.
But you can probably already imagine who it might be. But anyway, but yeah, I just there's some things like that I just love, you know.
Just
Okay,
like, who is it? What was the one Johnny with the goat in the book? He put like scared goats in it, and I thought that was so hilarious.
Kurt Burdick,
the Galacto pit fighter thing.
Yeah, by Kurt Burdick.
Yeah, he put scared goats in it. It was hilarious.
Okay,
well, I found it funny.
Still drying.
Sweet.
Hell yeah, so man.
That'll be our next one. I'm just going to quickly wash the brush again, and we're on 40. So it might be.
We're still on 48.
He said 49, I believe. So
49.
So I have it up to 50. I might have to take 50 off.
Yeah, it's at 49. 49.
The 49ers.
50. Then after that, it'll be the test print for the trade.
Yeah, man. There's some killer giveaways this stream, man. Like this is probably one of the more impressive outings, especially with that that Jacob Phillips print, dude. Like that's incredible to just pull out like.
Cool.
Yeah, I saw it. He posted it on Instagram a while back. I remember seeing that.
Okay, cool. I think we go with 49 then.
It's 49?
49?
Yeah.
Okay.
You just go to do it and 50 will tick in.
Well, it's too late. The wheel's done.
Yeah, it's 49.
All right.
This is going to land on number 1, isn't it?
All right. You ready to hit it?
Yeah, go.
$37.
37.
Kevin Smith won this one. 37 in a row.
Let's see who it is.
37. Lucky number 37. Congrats. You get a sketch of Glam.
It's somebody I've never heard of, which is cool. You know, they might be. Actually, no, I think they're back before. Cool. I think anyone we know. Yeah, so cool. So they've won. Yeah, so number 37. Fantastic. Right, I'm just going to write that on the thing.
Excelente.
And then we've got just one left to do soon, which will be the collection.
The test print of the trade.
The test print, the collectible test print.
Wonder if we kick around for a bit longer. Wait till it gets to 50 and then do that. All right, someone. Tell a friend to go back it so we can get to 50 and then we can spin that wheel again.
Look at Jonathan. Come on, lucky number 1. Cleans up everything at the casino.
Yeah. That's getting late for you guys there.
So number 37, like if he wasn't watching the stream, do you like send him a little note that tells him that he won the raffle, or like how does that get informed?
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach out to number 4, 37, and I'll send Jonathan his note as well. In fact, let me do 37 already. So hi, and I won't say the name. Thanks for backing on the live show of XH. I always can get from xHG. How we got here? X. Isn't it? Yeah. Your number. Your backer number got Go on, and you won an original ink sketch by me.
So do your happy dance, buddy.
So do you have that? Yeah. So as long as the Kickstarter funds and your pledge goes through, it will be inserted in for free into your package. Congrats. Thanks, Richard. Hey. Morgan. Right, I'm going to copy that so I don't have to type that out again. I'm going to put that to number 4, wasn't it? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Just change the name. And then let's do Jonathan's because he's on. And one, I'll put and one, an original ink sketch covered by the amazing Jacob Phillips. Sent. Brilliant. So we've sent to our 3 winners.
One left.
One more left. Kickstarter.
Stubborn people trying to get that 50.
It is late. Well, it's late for us. It's late
for you guys.
But what time is it there? Where you are?
It's almost 7:30 here. 6:30 for Johnny.
Yeah.
So we're almost 12:30 a.m. here.
Yeah.
The night time is the right time.
And then I don't think it's gone yet. I just want to see what the backers were. Oh, hang on. Perhaps it did go. Oh, yes. This got sold.
Oh,
all right.
Very nice.
And it's by one of my backers who usually buys an oil painted cover. So they've gone for that original oil painting. So that is now sold, which is amazing news. So that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I quite like looking at the, what people have picked up.
Oh, we hit 50.
Hit 50?
Yeah.
You gotta love your regulars, man.
Hit 50. So we got 50. Nice round number.
Just
Jonathan's going to be useless at work tomorrow. He says it's past his bedtime.
Oh, I need to message one backer. Sorry, I keep getting different messages come through.
That's cool. You're like keeping up with these people in real time, man. Like I figured like a lot of Kickstarter guys would just like, I'll get to you.
Yeah, I mean, one of the it's good questions. Like somebody just asked if they just want to get a nude cover as a main reward. And what I've done is I've done it so you just buy the sticker, and then you can do the add-on. So if you buy the sticker,
Okay, so they back something physically, you're saying?
Yeah, so they're after for example, just one of the add-ons. Then I say just go for the sticker, because the sticker price is just to cover a bit of the postage that's discounted when you do add-ons. Because most people buy a reward that has a base postage cost, and then the add-ons adds a little bit more. So the way I do it, if somebody just wants an add-on, is I go get the sticker one because it covers the difference in postage.
So if you want to do a T-shirt, you do the same thing.
Exactly.
Get a sticker, then you can add the T-shirt on. Oh, there you go. There's a Kickstarter hack for Blam and Glam. Okay.
I always try to learn as much as I can from Richard. I try to pass it on to other people too, like the neat little tricks he teaches me about Kickstarter campaigns.
And then somebody else asked, because I've said on the page, if you want me to do a bespoke order, I can.
Where are the T-shirts and the add-ons? Let's see. Nude. Those are the nudie covers.
I'm just replying to another backer. Great to hear from you. Great question. Great questions. I can put together a bespoke package for those. Same as if somebody says, can you do me, I want this, this, and this. Just make it so I can get it in one go. And I'll go, yeah, no problem. So I can make it happen. So I'll do that.
Okay.
So if I do the sticker, I can't do the T-shirt as an add-on.
You can't.
I don't see where it is. The Gigle, deluxe, poster, paperback, hardback edition.
It's weird. It should be out soon. I'm just going to check
You have all the nude covers.
Just going to check the rewards. Have I not done them? I thought I did them. Perhaps I've not done them.
Oh, you're missing out. You're missing out. You're missing out on some money.
Do you know what? I thought I'd checked so many times. I thought I built these. Let me check now. There have been glitches before where stuff doesn't show up. Yeah, there's no T-shirts. Oh.
There's no T-shirts. God damn it, Richard.
Must try harder. Add-ons. I'm just going to duplicate an existing add-on. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. At least we figured it out early on. You know, so if anyone backed and they were looking for a T-shirt, you can go back, change your pledge to add T-shirts now. Richard's going to add it on.
Yeah, I thought I'd done it. Right, I'm just going to put something over the page just so I can see. T-shirt A. Get the. This is the thing. It's all in real time. Get the T-shirt design A. Sizes will be chosen once the surveys go out. Upload an image. I think I've got the T-shirt previews already. Yeah, Christ, I've done it, but not done it.
You set them up, but you just didn't add them on or activate them.
One sec.
It's all right. At least now people will be able to add them on if they want to.
Yeah, I did wonder about that. I thought I'd done them.
Well, it's better you know now than like 48 hours left for the campaign. You're like, damn, I barely sold any T-shirts this time. What the hell's going on?
What's going on? And I'd even set up the items. It's a great thing on Kickstarter. You can set up items, but you and then you add them to rewards or add-ons.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd already gone through and done that, but I just clearly not done it properly. But it's 5, 2, 6, 5. Save add-on. Right. The good thing is because I've done it once, I should be able to
just change the letter, pretty much.
Yeah, if I did change the letter in the image, so I change it here, upload an image, B. This is the stuff no one ever sees when you're doing a Kickstarter.
Yeah, the fun stuff, eh?
I forgot to do that part.
I mean, that could be for certain, like maybe not for you because you have your following now, but like that could be the difference, someone backing or not. Like if they forget to add an add-on tier, like, and they're like, oh, I'm only missing a little bit of fun, and you know, those first few days, like if they only catch it a day or two after, they could have lost out on, you know.
I almost hit the wrong thing then. Edit. It says copy of T-shirt. Hate that. Save. Okay, let's try again. So T-shirt A and B, brilliant. Duplicate. It's quite. If anyone ever needs any help with Kickstarters, I'm happy to try and give them some learnings that I've had that will hopefully help them not make the mistakes that I've made in my time.
And look, this is what you have
11.
9 issues, the sketch, plus the 9, 10. This is 11, like Johnny said, yeah. And you still, you know, you could still make little mistakes, even though.
Oh, I keep doing that. I keep forgetting to save the. When you make a duplicate, it says copy of, and I keep forgetting to take that out of the title. Right, I've done that. It says free now. Last one. Right, take out copy of T-shirt. D. Upload image.
All right. Let's go and see.
Crisis averted.
Can Daddy Joe get
a bin, new item, T-shirt D. Save add-on.
Done? All right, let's go give it a try.
Yeah, so there should now be 4 T-shirts.
And they'll be on the bottom, because it's the last things you added.
It might be in add-ons. It might be. I think it's in price order, so it's just below the A3.
Okay. Okay. Here we go, and this is the whole cover collection. T-shirts. There we go.
I'm glad you did that because I'll be like, why are no T-shirts selling?
Yeah. And I think the one, the B is the skull design.
Yes. Yeah. Including 5 and 6.
Yep, it is number B.
B. That's the one I want. I want B.
Hey, Richard, one thing I've kind of noticed about like these some of these covers is Glam's kind of got a popped collar. Is she gonna get like a Dracula cape in the near future? Is that like an accessory she's getting?
The angular things. Yeah, that was you'd have seen that. That's the costume from the end of 8.
Okay.
And when I talked about because the figures has a vinyl and there's a little bit here and there's the loincloth running down. So that's why we've been trying to get this new figure right for the past Kickstarter and this one, because it's got that, it's got that in, which is cool. Right, so the T-shirts are definitely in now, yeah?
Yeah, I saw them, yeah. T-shirt A, B. B is the one I want.
I'm just going to post a quick update, which is we're funded already and missing T-shirts. Thank you to everyone who's backed already.
There.
How many backers are there, Joe?
52.
52. Okay.
Unless Richard's is a little quicker, his updating. So, but I have 52 on my screen right now. I'll refresh it just to be sure. Yeah, 52.
Now I wanted to say a huge thanks to you already. And if anyone was after T-shirts, my apologies. I forgot to put them live. Always, it's amend pledge, isn't it? Always amend your pledge to add
54.
Oregon. I can't type at this time of night. Thank you.
We're at 54, Johnny.
Yep.
Oh, 55.
Preview.
Woo, woo.
We're
Way
getting
to
a little
go.
late night backers here.
A little surge, man. A little second wind already.
I think it's where people are now in the States finishing work, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're just finishing up dinner and sitting down, relaxing, scrolling on their phones.
Ready to look through the Kickstarters.
Yeah. All right, 55, Johnny. I think that's where we're cutting it off at 55. So get that wheel ready.
It's a fucking goat.
55, man.
55.
Good number. Good number.
So this is for
the test print of the trade paperback.
Only 2 in existence, man. So this is rarest of rares, man.
Yeah.
Ready to go?
Are we locking it in at 55 or
55? Yeah, 55.
You want to show it off one more time, Richard?
Yep. So we got the
Test print,
the edition, and it's got the test prints of the record pictures inside. That's how you can tell it's a limited edition because it's got something no one else will have yet.
Sweet. That's a beautiful. I love that picture.
Yeah, it is a great
painting,
piece, man.
That's the one on the back, which I like.
Yeah. Yeah.
So cool.
That backlit, it's so cool. Backlit like that, and you have like the shadow coming off the gun.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. All right, 55. This is it. This is the last giveaway.
Brrr. You ready to go?
Go. Oh
wow, there's 249s, but number 50 got it. Boop boop. And I screwed up the wheel. I don't know why there's 249s. I'm sorry about that, people. Like, do you want to respin it with the corrected numbers?
Well,
No.
is there missing a number, or is it just because there's 249s?
There's just 249s. I think that
50. 50's awesome. I think 50 is a great number.
Oh wait, I didn't do a 48, so yeah, let's.
Is that what happened? Okay, that's what I meant. If there's missing a number, then yeah. But if it's not missing a number, sorry,
so that was 50, yeah.
Yeah.
So if I message, hi.
Oops.
Really weird names.
So we're gonna respin it.
No, 50 is fine. Because
the
249s, one of them would be 48.
Would have been 48, so it wouldn't have made a difference. So there's still the same number of slots. It's just they were mislabeled. So
new one.
Crisis averted.
Sorry about that, y'all.
Rare.
That's all right. That's
test printing of the trade paperback.
They have a problem. They can buy a plane ticket and come see me.
Which features art not printed in the final book of the Up.
You gotta try to take on Joe. You gotta talk shit in fucking English and in French, man. Otherwise, you can't challenge a person to a duel in Quebec. It's Quebecois law.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cool. So that's, I've just let them know as well. So that's four things. Brilliant.
There. So yes. So want to thank all the people that tuned in. Anyone who catches us on the replay. Thanks to Richard for coming back on. It's always a pleasure to have you on when we do a Blam and Glam party for your Kickstarters. So I know it's getting late for you. That's why we don't want to. You probably have to get up and get to work tomorrow.
Yeah, go work.
Jonathan as well. I think he's already sleeping because he didn't say go number 1 for that last spin. So I think he's probably already gone to bed.
I think he's in the doghouse because he woke his wife up.
Yeah, from getting that comic. I apologize for that, but I'm sure he doesn't mind.
Yeah, but yeah, we we'll be back with the episodes later this week. Not sure what it's going to be. We will be on Phono tomorrow, though. It's going to be like just a general check-in episode, I believe. So
okay, that's tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it is. I'm pretty sure that's what I was saying. So we'll see you guys later. Take it easy, y'all, and stay classy.
Go back, Blam and Glam issue 9.